Welcome to the hot tub stream.
Welcome to the hot tub stream on Twitch. .xxx. No, but for real. Welcome to the Skrraaa podcast number 4. Wait, are we still going with the Skrraaa pod? The Skrraaa podcast?
I like it.
Okay, I like it too. It's the best thing that we've found so far for it.
And the fact that it's an inside joke to us, and hopefully nobody knows.
We never reveal the secret as to why it's called the Skrraaa podcast.
Never.
No one will know.
No one will ever know.
Anyway, so on today's podcast, we're gonna be looking at a Watch Mojo Jojo video, talking about top 10 conspiracy theories of all time.
So I should have probably mentioned this, but I didn't realize it. You're not sharing your screen with me.
Oh, I'm not?
No.
Oh, well. Here, I'll just describe to you what's happening.
Okay.
Let's see.
There's
Hitler.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Hitler is always a good one.
Yeah.
A good way of starting this. You probably have to position my camera.
All right, let's see. Go live. Can you see it? Oh, shoot, it messed up.
What stream? Oh, it probably changes my camera. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what's going on.
Yeah.
Let's see. Where are you on here, though?
Good question.
Oh, yeah, you moved. Hold on. There, is it back?
Hey, there I am.
Can you see the screen, Stu?
Yep, I can see the screen, too.
All right, cool.
Let's get right into the news.
Let's get right into it. Now, before we begin, is there any conspiracy theories that you are a fan of, that you believe in?
So recently, purely because of my TikToks, I'm really starting to believe that the Appalachian Mountains are just full of Wendigos and what are the other things?
Sasquatch?
Skin crawlers? No, skin crawlers. Is that what they're called? Wendigos
Banshees?
And Banshee. Maybe not Banshee. But yeah, no, like apparently all up in the Appalachians, they're like, yo, if you hear like a baby crying or a woman crying at night, don't go out there.
Don't go. There's an actual baby crying in the woods. You're like, no, like, it's a Wendigo.
Out there, the Wendigo.
The Wendigo.
They're like, pretty much if you forget something in your car at night, it can wait till morning. That's what I keep hearing. And I'm like, you know what? I believe it.
Well, I thought that's what they told, like, girls at night, so that way they don't get like attacked by some weird dude.
Well, that too, but that's a different conversation. Yeah, no, apparently somebody in the one that I had seen said that the reason national forests and national parks were created were to pretty much contain these guys and track them and observe them. That's why Teddy Roosevelt started all the national parks and
Wait,
forests.
To contain the Wendigos?
Yeah, contain them and observe them and study them.
That actually sounds pretty dope.
Yeah.
Sounds plausible. Myth plausible.
We're the Mythbusters now.
Yeah, we can try to, there's a conspiracy theory on here, we can try to bust it if we think it's ridiculous.
Have you seen this one? Because I have not seen this one.
No, I haven't, but I know that it was uploaded 5 years ago, so it's nothing new.
Okay, all right, we're just going right into it.
Let's jump into it. Let me know if you can hear it too, because I know sometimes it's kind of odd.
Yeah, I can.
The world is full of wild conspiracy theories.
He was a thumbnail.
So much so that we couldn't just limit ourselves to one list.
Harvard study in China says that fluoride lowers children's IQ by 7 points.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com.
Could you imagine? What the heck? How's that?
Look, I'm not gonna say that one might be right, but like I do hate city water for a very specific reason.
Because it lowers your IQ by 7 points exactly.
Did you see that was actually from Florida? That is a Florida
that does not shock me at all. I think we should just build a wall around Florida and keep it there.
All right, keep going.
And today we're counting down our picks for another top 10 conspiracy theories.
When you connect the dots between apparently unconnected people and situations and organizations, that's when the tapestry appears and you go, whoa.
If they do not
for this list, we're looking at
if they do not use the picture from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where
where he's up on the...
he's like,
yes. There's a few pictures that they have to use. They have to use Nessie, the Loch Ness monster.
Of course.
They have to use the famous Sasquatch picture.
Of course.
And then that picture that you're talking about. They have to have all three for it to be a real theory.
There we go. That's how we'll know this video is plausible.
They have those pictures in it.
Those three criteria.
Hypotheses and theories that suggest people have hidden or brought about a certain event or situation that is usually against the law or destructive to others.
And obviously everyone wondered if he had actually seen God.
If you don't see a theory you think should be on the list, be sure to check out our video.
Conspiracy theory number 1, God.
We're just going right into it, I see.
We're getting deep in this one.
Videos of the top 10 conspiracy theories of all time and the top 10 crazy conspiracy theories.
Crazy.
Donaldson believes that as the plane climbs toward 14,000 feet, the men below have already locked the heat-seeking weapons.
Number 10. Hitler lived out the rest of his life in Argentina.
Yeah, I actually heard
it became
this one.
pretty obvious that the death in the bunker was nothing but, well, fiction. Or maybe somebody died in the bunker, but it wasn't Adolf Hitler.
A number of conspiracy theories are attached to famous figures in history, and Adolf Hitler is no different. With the Allies closing in and the war all but over, Hitler committed suicide in his bunker with his wife, Eva Braun.
Yeah. That's what history wants you to think.
Oh, you gotta think like that. Okay.
British authors Simon Dunstan and Gerard Williams have a different theory.
It's okay, I'm not monetized to begin with.
Okay, great.
Theory about Hitler's end, however. They believe that the Fuhrer didn't actually kill himself, but rather escaped to Argentina, and body doubles were shot instead.
Prevorrò perché era un recién neolaureado in storia de investigar bonariamente la muerte de.
According to their book, Grey Wolf, The Escape of Adolf Hitler.
Wait, was he speaking Spanish?
It's Argentinian, which has a mixture of Spanish in there.
Yeah, I was like, he must be speaking like German or something. I had no idea.
Married couple settled down and had 2 daughters in South America before dying in 1962.
I'd seen that.
This was during 1947.
Estuvo Hitler ahí, sí. Tuvo 3 días. Eso yo sí. Eso yo porque vimos los choferes y todo. El padre Mónica también, pero nosotros teníamos que callarlo la boca.
This idea has been widely.
Yeah, because I remember hearing that like him and his Argentina lover had like sent love letters between each other.
Yeah.
And in one of the love letters, he was like, "If I get caught, I'm just gonna come to you," or something like that.
Whoa.
So everyone was kind of like, "Hey, I mean."
I did remember another one that, okay, the basis of this one is, the very big one, 9/11.
Yeah.
Okay. Every so many years, the government declassifies files. You know that, right?
They declassified what?
Files. So, things we're not supposed to know about, like how they declassified that. It's like, oh yeah, guys, there's aliens.
Yeah.
From our first podcast.
Yeah, throwback.
Yeah. So apparently, when 9/11 happened, they were supposed to declassify files of stuff that happened, I believe, in World War One. So, like, what the hell did we do in World War One that was like that bad?
I don't know. I mean, there's some crazy war stuff that happens and torture stuff. Who knows?
Yeah. All
right. Dismissed by historians, though, who claim that the theory has no substance.
We got to the age of information where the truth should be out there, so let's get it out. That's what we're trying to do.
Get the
Number
truth
9,
out.
Josef Mengele and the Land of the Twins.
Ooh.
But he never looked
nobody
in his eyes.
No,
From one Nazi to another, Josef Mengele, also known as the Angel of Death, was assigned the task of discovering how twins were produced.
Yeah. I've totally heard about this one. Like, he did a bunch of experiments on like Jewish children, like twins, and he was trying to like do like weird mutations and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Which that's not even a myth. That's like a conspiracy theory. That's like proven fact, because there's been like Holocaust survivors, like the twins, who have been like, I got freaking the proof to show you.
Okay, maybe the conspiracy is not that they did that, but that they found something.
Oh, maybe a specific thing that he did.
Yeah.
Maybe.
hopes that this information could increase the Aryan birth rate.
These are all identical twins used for medical experiment. Hundreds of twins from all over Europe were brought to this camp. They were numbered, but their origin and even their names are unknown.
According to one theory, Mengele was successful, just not in Germany. He was said to have fled to Canjiro Godoy, a small town in Brazil near the end of the war, and continued to visit it in the 60s. This is the same town that has seen as many as 1 in 5 pregnancies result in twins. In fact, the town's official crest has a road sign that welcomes visitors to the land of the twins. Historians dispute the idea that Mengele ever actually experimented with twins there, while geneticists believe biological factors explain the twin phenomenon.
In all, Mengele murdered 3,000 twins. Some after chemicals were injected directly into their eyeballs.
The tone change.
It was just like
there's the chipper girl of Watch Mojo. Then they clip into the video, and then the video clips into something else.
That's pretty. I'm like kind of creeped out right now. I'm not gonna lie.
To turn the color of eyes from inferior brown to Aryan blue.
Oh,
Number 8.
Bro. Ooh.
Shivers.
If they were trying to make them blue.
Oh, the stuff they did to the eyes. Oh no.
Let's see. Lost Cosmonauts.
Ooh, I've heard of stuff like this.
What is that?
So you know how we had a space race, the Cold War. We had a space race.
Yeah, the space race.
Yeah. Well, the myth is that like they did get people to space first, but they just kept floating out in space, and
they just got
and they died up there, and you could still hear radio signals of them just screaming into the radio, with the ship on fire or stuff like that. I think that's it.
Okay, bro. I got it's not a conspiracy theory, but it's a story from this period.
Oh.
So the Russians were so ready to get to space first that they had made this rocket super half-assedly. They were just yeah, we got to get out there, we got to make it fast. So it wasn't properly working. And so then one of the main astronauts that was going to be on the mission, he was going to go in there and he was fine with it, and then his best friend, who was also an astronaut, saw the spacecraft before the flight, and he was like, bro, if you get on there, this thing is going to blow up and you're going to die. I can't let you do this. So he asked the Russian NASA. Well, I know they don't have NASA. I don't know what their corporation is, but
yeah.
They asked the engineers or whatever. He was like, look, let me take his place instead, because I don't want my best friend to blow up, and I know it's going to explode. And then the engineers were like, well, you have no idea what our Russian engineering is capable of. And then he went up and it exploded. And I have to show you a picture. Can you still see it?
Yeah, I can still see it.
Okay. I don't know how to Russian rocket. I don't know if I can show this on YouTube. I gotta find it first.
Yeah, I was gonna say, hold on, find it first. I was gonna say Russian rocket. I feel like that's gonna come up with some bad things if we do that.
Okay. So you're gonna freaking see this picture, and it's gonna freak you out. I think I can show it on YouTube. I'm not sure. So they recovered a body. This is him. I don't know if you can see it. This right here is all that was left of him from the rocket that they blew up. Yeah, and then everyone. Yeah, and then these people are the people who sent him up. They were like, "You're gonna be fine," and then, yep.
Okay, my thing is, obviously we got to test for DNA, but how do we know that's just not a piece of seat material that
I mean, I think well, you can see the hip bones, and the arms, the shoulders, and the neck. You can tell it's a human skeleton.
Oh yeah.
God, okay. It freaks me out, bro. Hey, welcome to the podcast, Janet.
Janet,
we're getting lit in here.
Yeah. All right.
Lost cosmonauts.
Are you from another planet? It's Gagarin. Gagarin went into space.
Yuri Gagarin was the first human to journey to outer space.
Yeah, that's cool.
Or was he? According to the Lost or Phantom Cosmonauts conspiracy theory, Gagarin was the first human to survive the journey, but he was not the first sent to space.
Rumors of lost cosmonauts have been around since at least 1965.
Allegedly, the Soviet Union launched at least 2 unsuccessful manned space flights before Gagarin's. However, any information about these flights was concealed from the public because of the ongoing Cold War. Though most of the state's formerly restricted information has become available since the collapse of the USSR, there has been little uncovered to support this particular theory.
While the lost cosmonaut theory itself may not hold up to scrutiny, one thing's for sure: when it comes to Soviet Russia, there's plenty of stuff they don't want you to know.
Number 7. MH370 landed on Diego.
I feel like that one is totally plausible, like very plausible.
The cosmonaut one? Or
Yeah,
this one?
the cosmonaut one.
Okay, yeah.
Like
I have no idea what this number 7 is, by the way.
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I totally think that lost cosmonaut one is possible.
I think we can say myth confirmed.
Garcia.
This is sad.
Since the disappearance
What's happening?
of Malaysia Airlines Flight 370
the
on
Flight
March 8,
370.
2014, there have been a number of theories that have emerged surrounding the incident.
Whoever was piloting this aircraft was trying to avoid detection.
One theory claims that the plane was headed towards a U.S. military base on Diego Garcia in the Indian Ocean,
Yeah, I have
but
heard
was
about
shot
this.
down by U.S. forces who feared that the plane may have been attempting an attack on the base. While the FBI has disputed those allegations, the lack of an actual explanation for the disappearance means that this theory likely won't go away anytime soon.
One thing you learn in any form of accident investigation is you rule nothing out.
Number 6. Shakespeare didn't write all his
I've heard about this one too.
plays.
I have not. Jeez.
Yeah, because like apparently he's written so many plays, like so much literature that like it's like physically impossible for one man to do that much in the span of time that he did it.
True that the greatest writer in the English language was as fictional as his plays.
Did the most famous playwright of all time even exist? Probably yes. But he may not have written all of his plays, at least according to this theory. Some people claim that William Shakespeare was just a pen name used by a number of different writers.
Yeah.
I want to thank my actors. It's great acting has brought my words to life.
Then there are others who believe in the Oxfordian theory of Shakespeare authorship, which claims that the 17th century Earl of Oxford, Edward de Vere, actually wrote what's considered to be the Bard's work.
Promise me you'll keep our secret safe, that you won't expose Shakespeare.
These alternative authorship theories have gained some traction due to the lack of biographical information about Shakespeare's life, but they are generally disregarded among English historians. Number 5.
Cool.
Okay, all right. So, I have a feeling that obviously, by the looks of it, that movie was based on a theory.
Film.
Based off of, like that one clip that's like, hey, promise not to, disclose the secret of a. See, now that being said, I remember in like 2015, there was a movie called Lincoln.
Yeah, I remember that.
Abraham Lincoln.
Yep.
Killing vampires.
Yes.
Do you not remember?
Yes. What are you talking about? There's historical evidence of that.
Oh, okay. Now, that begs the question. Were there vampires during Abraham Lincoln's time?
I don't know. No one's alive to tell the tale.
Oh. Okay, this one going into this one, that's pretty okay. I don't know what exactly this number 5 one is, but have you seen the show Invincible?
No.
Okay, dang it. It's a really good show. It's a really good animated show, kind of like Rick and Morty.
Mm-hmm.
But dang, it's about superheroes. But boy, are they not afraid to show blood. I definitely think you should watch it. And at the very end, there's like something similar to this at the very end of it. I recommend you watch it. But yeah, let's go.
All right.
Fluoridation for mass mind control.
Guys, how do my teeth look? Pretty good? Okay, great. Fluoride in the water might be helping that, but it might also be doing other things.
Fluoride helps
mind control.
Human teeth stronger. But some people believe that the government is putting fluoride in drinking water for another reason, to control the population.
The Telegraph points out an epidemiological study that was done there. They say fluoride in drinking water may trigger depression and weight gain.
In 1954, chemist Charles Eliot Perkins declared that anyone who drinks fluoridated water for over a year will never be the same again, either physically or mentally.
An excess of fluoride causes fluorosis, which is the eating away of the enamel on your teeth. This is indicative of what it's doing to your body on a larger scale.
During World War II, the Nazis allegedly used fluoridated water to force people in concentration camps into calm submission, or even to sterilize humans.
All right, hold on.
Wait a second.
Wait a minute. We went from okay to okay.
I mean, honestly, the word fluoride kind of does like creep me out. Like thinking about drinking fluoride, it just sounds bad for you.
Like anytime I go to Victoria's house, I hate drinking her water because first of all, it's city water and it's got a funky taste to it.
Yeah, you growing up in the country with that well water.
I get that well water.
I don't want no city boy water.
She's vice versa. She hates my well water.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that's fine. My well water. And like we've actually debated this. So once we move out, like I'm like, I don't want to be in the city limits. And she's like, but city limits. And I'm like, no.
I want that whale.
I want that whale.
Well, I drink, the only water I drink like from my well is like, filtered through my refrigerator. Like I don't ever drink out of the well, like it's out of the spigot.
Oh, you don't ever just drink out of the spigot?
No, even though like I had someone come and like test my water, and he was like, "This is the cleanest water I've ever seen, and I've been doing this for 20 years." And I was like, "Oh, thank you." And I had to get my well pump replaced.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
They pulled out the pipes that had been in there since the house was there, like since 2001 or 2, and all the pipes were still white because he used PVC pipe. They were all still completely white. And he was like, these pipes look exactly the same as the day that they were put in. They was like, I've never seen, your water is perfect.
Damn, boy.
I know. I'm pretty good.
I want well water. Yes, Janet, thank you. You know exactly
That's it.
Well, water. I need to go to just your house because you also told me your well produces an excessive amount of water.
He basically said that I could like have every spigot on in the house and flush all the toilets at once and then still have like ample water.
Jesus. Yeah, if I do that here, I'm disturbing the plumbing.
Well, he said that I have an artesian well where like water is like pumped out of it like a fountain kind of, so I never am gonna run out of water.
Oh, artesian.
Yeah, I'm artesian well.
Oh God. All right, let's.
Yeah, my luck, Janet.
Argued that the Nazi claim is an urban myth. It's also been alleged that water fluoridation was part of a plot to enforce communism in America in the 1950s and 60s.
Of course it was.
Countries and states are going to continue being on board with fluoridation until someone finds damning evidence that they shouldn't be, which in 70 years, no one has yet found.
Number 4.
Yeah, everything that happened in like the past 50 years is like trying to turn Americans communist.
Well, this was made, what, 5 years ago, you said?
Yep.
There's got to be at least something in there that's going to be about socialism. I'm going to just put it out there. I know we only have 4 more to go, but... Oh, God, I've heard this one. We've all heard this one.
World leaders are... Oh, yeah. What is it? It says AKA Re. Who do you think the Re's going to be? Republican Senator Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney. Wait, no. No, I'm not thinking of Mitt Romney. I was thinking of Ted Cruz. Different Republican.
Dude, who's the guy? Mitch McConnell. He looks like a freaking turtle Pokemon to me.
I can see it.
It was like just a sad turtle.
Yeah.
4. World leaders are lizard people, also known as reptilians.
In simple terms, there is a predator race which take a reptilian form.
Okay, hold on. This guy is so confident in whatever he's about to tell this news reporter. He was like, I 100% can prove it. He has that kind of confidence.
He's like, yep.
Behind him. Like, you saw how leisurely he was just like doing every hand motion.
Yeah.
That's a man.
Well, I think the
dude behind.
Well, which one is the news reporter? I think the dude on the left is the one that's like, you're telling me that every world leader.
No, the one on the left is the guy who's crazy. The one on the right is the news reporter.
I think that the one on the right's the one that's crazy, and he's getting ready to say some crazy shit.
Well, let's see which one's which.
Humanity, they've turned humanity into a slave race.
Are a bunch of lizards responsible for the 9/11 attacks and the Holocaust?
Oh, not the queen!
Not the queen!
Oh, no, God bless the queen.
Well, if she's a lizard person, I'll accept it.
Yes. In David Icke's book, The Biggest Secret, he claimed that most world leaders are actually shape-shifting reptilian beings, or have been possessed by them, and use horrific events to promote fear and hatred.
I have talked to hundreds and hundreds of people all over the world. I've been to more than 40 countries researching this, who have told me the same basic recurring story of seeing people, often in positions of power, but not always, change from a human into a reptilian form and then go back again. Sometimes it's for a few seconds, sometimes it's for longer.
They're also apparently between 7 and 12 feet tall and come from a different planet.
12
what more
feet
do you
tall.
need to know?
What more do you need to know? Everything?
I'm gonna need some. Okay, he said he's been to 40 countries. I'm gonna need to see that budget, man. Like, why is it that crazy people are the ones with the most amount of money?
Yeah, and they're just up there like with the world leaders talking to them.
Oh God! It's like, hey, yo, Elon Musk, tell me, how is it being a lizard person?
How does 12-foot lizard fit into tiny human body? Is a scene from Godzilla?
Oh God!
So he's on here. He's like, so as you can see, this is what we speculate them to look like.
Number 3, global warming is a hoax.
The statistical anomaly is meaninless, and they actually admit this in previous NASA press releases, but they're not announcing that today.
One of the most popular and socially relevant theories on our list. This is one where people believe that global warming isn't actually happening.
The problem is this thin layer of atmosphere is being thickened by all of the global warming pollution that's being put up there.
While Al Gore and almost all scientists have provided evidence to the contrary. This theory claims that
almost all scientists have provided
literally all scientists
evidence. Literally every scientist of any sort of play the science you could be have provided evidence for this.
This reminds me. Hold on. This reminds me of. Have you ever seen that that Bill Nye special on Netflix?
I saw one episode. Isn't it called Bill Nye Saves the World or something?
Yeah, but literally it's only the first episode because I couldn't get past that first episode.
Yeah, it was you could tell it was definitely for young people.
He literally lights the globe and he's like, the world's on fire.
He sets it on fire.
Yes. And I was like, oh no, this is not the same Bill Nye. He's tired of our shit.
Dude, I follow Bill Nye on TikTok, man. He's awesome.
Oh God. I'll be honest, I kinda now I know we usually share a lot of views.
Uh-huh.
But on this one, I lost a little bit of respect for him on this one.
Mm-hmm.
He said gender's fluid. And I'll be honest, with that one, I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with him. Honestly, because I'm not a professional.
Yeah.
I'm not a
we
professional.
disagree and we're still friends. What? That's a thing can happen.
I mean, I don't want to get into it too much here.
Yeah.
This we're talking about conspiracy theories.
We're talking about other kinds of hoax.
I will say one thing before. Mm-hmm. I think that they know like there's a difference between like sex and gender. Mm-hmm. Like scientists knows like biologically there is like male and female sex, and that hasn't changed. Except for like strange mutations that cause you to be like something different, but that's like super low chance of happening.
Yeah. Okay.
But like gender, like what you identify as, can be like pretty much freaking anything. I think that's kind of like what he's going for.
Okay, I can agree with this.
So that's the only thing I'm gonna say.
All right.
Do you want to say anything?
I mean, I really got nothing, honest. I mean, I do agree there's two sexes.
Yes. I think that's like unanimously agreed between all the different genders.
I don't know. I don't want to speak for them because I know this, but yeah. Okay. So long as we at least agree on that part, I'm okay with everything else. All right. Let's carry on with the mojo.
Done with that quick intermission. Going back to the mojo.
Change is a hoax created by the government to keep the public in a state of worry and panic, making them easier to control.
According to climate change skeptic Myra Nabel, global warming is a hoax created by the European Union to damage the U.S. economy.
Created by the European Union to damage the U.S. economy. Yes. That's what I hear like a bunch of conspiracies talk about that. Like they're doing something to help control people.
Yeah.
I mean, like, explain to me like how making us scared that the planet is heating up will help control us. Like what?
I know. I don't get that part because ultimately we're gonna die.
Yeah. I mean, we have other stuff to be scared of,
Yeah,
it's like why?
Like snakes.
Like snakes. Yeah, right. Tell us that the snake population has tripled, and then
you won't see me here.
I mean,
I'm gonna turn into Samuel L. Jackson over here. Like, I'm tired of these snakes on plane.
Of this theory also claim that technology is responsible for raising the Earth's temperature, a technology that the government is keeping secret.
Some of these alleged emails may actually hold the key or actually the clues to prove that the theory of global warming is a huge conspiracy.
Wait, so that means like technology was like altering the numbers, like the temperature readings?
No. They're saying that technology, we are controlling the Earth's temperature.
Oh, like we have like some machine.
A thermostat. We got like a thermostat. We can just turn it up or down.
Can we get some AC up in this beach?
Please, it's hot.
I don't understand, bro. That's so stupid. What the fuck?
I don't know, man. I really don't know.
Dude, I hope number one is flat Earth.
Oh,
I can go off on some flat earthers.
Oh, I can't do this.
Advanced knowledge of the Pearl Harbor attack.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
Yeah. The U.S. government has been the target of several conspiracy theories throughout its history, with one of the biggest revolving around Pearl Harbor.
FDR certainly did have a motivation to deliberately withhold vital intelligence from Pearl Harbor.
This theory suggests that President Franklin Delano Roosevelt knew about the planned Japanese attack in December 1941, but decided not to act because he needed an excuse to get the Americans into the Second World War.
To overcome this premeditated invasion, the American people in their righteous might will win through to absolute victory.
Yeah, I've heard that before, yeah.
I understand this one. This one actually can seem like a very plausible one.
Yeah.
Like, I will actually put a plausible stamp on this one.
Yeah, I will too.
Because like, we did need a reason to get into it, because aside from that, we would have never gotten into war.
Yeah, because there was
never...
we were just like, yay, that's Europe's problem. Let's just keep them over there. Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, because of that, you know, that shot us into the world stage, making us a world superpower.
Yeah.
Up until that point. But, I mean, with, you know, I can believe this one. I can believe this one. But still in the back of my head, you know, I would still need somebody to be like, yeah, I did, like, his right-hand man, his buddy. He's like, yeah, I was in the room with him. We knew about it. Like, I did eventually would need that to, like, fully solidify
you would
it.
need, like, a witness.
Yeah, to change it from a plausible to a confirm. But, like, right now, this is plausible. I couldn't.
Yeah, because, I mean, like, I think it's, like, no lie. Like, no lie to say that, like, the government lies to us about things or withholds information all the time.
Yeah.
Now, this is a very serious and, like, disgusting thing that he would withhold, you know? But, you know, they're a government superpower, you know? They can do what they want.
Yeah.
They put fluoride in the water so they can do what they want.
They lowered our IQ by 7.
Exactly 7.
Yeah, I gotta get back to the barge.
Dude, Coach Steve's backstory. He used to be smart, but he drank so much fluoride.
Oh no! Yeah, I'm thinking the water.
Oh man.
Okay. This theory gained some traction because the American public and Congress were overwhelmingly against joining the conflict at the time. But it has largely been dismissed by historians.
Everyone who worked on it at the time has said then and since that we simply were not far enough along to read any of these Japanese naval messages for intelligence.
Before we unveil our #1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
We got eyewitnesses saying there's missiles coming up from 2 or 3 different places.
I'm 100% convinced that missiles were fired that night.
Notice how Jesus and Mary are clothed.
We're married.
Mirror images of each other.
The mind sees what it chooses to see.
But if you see creatures from another world...
Wait, what? Denver Airport is the HQ for the alumni. What?
That's it. It's proven right there.
Also, I just thought of another one. That actually I just recently found some evidence to like disprove it. But you know how the whole Bermuda Triangle is a thing?
Yeah.
But so apparently the reason, you know, obviously, yes, you can look at it there. You're like, yo, there's a lot more plane crashes and shipwrecks there. But somebody showed me, like they put next to it a world shipping map. And you literally, those are some of the major trading ports you have to go through there. So you literally are bound to have accidents.
Yeah, just because like the probability is higher because like the traffic is higher.
Yeah.
There's statistically more things going on there.
Now, before we get to #1, I also remembered another one that I do.
Oh, you have an honorable mention?
Yeah, I have another honorable to mention. But I believe I was gonna say Harriet Tubman, but no. What is her name? Oh my God. Rosa. No, not Rosa Parks. Amelia Earhart.
Amelia Earhart. Yeah.
I believe in the one that she did not just crash in the ocean. I believe that she made it to China.
Yes. And wasn't she? Because there's a picture of her.
Exactly.
And her co-pilot. And on like it was like a Japanese or like a Chinese boat or something.
Yes,
dude, I believe in that one too. But then like I also heard that like part of the story was she like most likely became like a war prisoner or something.
Yeah,
like, she actually probably died like with them.
Probably ended up dying because of it. Because you know, but still, I like to believe she actually did make it.
Yeah, I believe that too. I believe it too. And we never found her plane, did we?
Nope.
So, I mean, there we go.
It's only the workers having a little fun.
The Rothschild Zionists took control of Israel, where they've been ever since.
#1, New World Order.
NASA is attempting to implement a new world order, using organized religion as a means of controlling the masses. At the core of Project Bluebeam is the establishment of a global New Age religion.
The most powerful people in the world might not be lizards, but they may be part of a secret organization, at least according to this conspiracy theory.
The Illuminati.
Oh no,
No!
Oh, he does say New World Order in that.
This world is mine for the taking.
It's New World Order. No.
No. Slim Shady.
Oh no.
All of these groups, including the Illuminati, is to create the New World Order, an authoritarian government that will rule the world.
Large groups of people can be held in check by belief systems given to them by a tiny elite, which keeps the core of knowledge to itself.
They allegedly use mind control, social engineering, and fear-based propaganda to manipulate
Just keep going. We're not going to talk
the
about
population and oversee all the important institutions and organizations in the world, such as the United Nations and the World Bank.
Who stands above the military, royalty, and above celebrities? They do. Who directs the press, the Fed, and the universities? They do.
Do you
That was
agree with
pretty
our
dope.
list?
That's actually a pretty good rap.
Was that from Epic Rap Battles of History?
No, it wasn't. I don't know who made that one, but that was pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
but yeah, no. So say they didn't say it. Flat Earthers.
Flat Earthers. Now I got a bone to pick with you.
Yeah. Like, oh my goodness. First of all, but when I was still worked over there at my old job with all the maintenance guys, there was one who would come in.
Don't freaking tell me. There you had a flat earther?
Here's the thing, man. This man is a maintenance man, but he's not your regular maintenance man. This man was
he's not your regular maintenance man.
He was beyond smart when it came to like fixing just about anything.
Yeah.
He literally could fix just about anything there was to fix. Like, I actually have high respects for this man, for being that good of a maintenance guy. But then my boss told me, like, we got done talking with him. He left me, and then he's like, "Hey, you know he's a flat earther, right?"
No.
I was like, "No, please." He's like, "You wouldn't tell it considering how good he's talking, and not like how good he's talking, but like just the amount of knowledge in this man." I was like, "Please tell me you're kidding." He's like, "No, next time he comes in, just ask him." And so I did.
Oh my god, yes.
And oh my god.
Yes.
Well, I think we spent a solid 15 minutes. He gave me names, he gave me things to look up. Cause at the time I saw that Flat Earth thing on Netflix that have you seen that one?
The Flat Earth thing on Netflix?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's a whole documentary about it.
About like disproving it or just people talking about it?
Well, they follow some flat earthers around, and they kind of just make fun of their own selves. Like, it's really like, it's just the way it's filmed. It's meant to take a jab at them.
Yeah.
But very subtly.
Like they take it seriously, but like it's satire. Like know that they're just
the meme where it's like, we need to buy this $20,000 laser compass to prove that there is no 15-degree drift in the earth.
No.
And so somebody in the flat earth community spent $20,000 on this laser compass.
Oh my gosh. Just to prove.
And it showed a 15-degree drift.
He was, but you know what? He I heard a great thing. I watched this video called like 5 scientists talk to 5 flat earthers or something, or maybe it was like 3.
Yeah.
And dude, like one of the scientists said, like, the scientific method is you find evidence of something, and then you stack that evidence to find new evidence to lead to a hypothesis or whatever, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But what flat earthers are doing are they're finding the end game, which is the earth is flat. And then they're working backwards. So they're saying like, well, if the earth is flat, then it has to be flat because of this. Instead of going the other way, which is not the scientific method. They're trying to make it work for themselves. Gotcha.
I am surprised they didn't also tackle on the one, obviously we'll get back to the flat earth, but they didn't, tackle the one where vaccines cause autism. I feel like that would have been a good
Yeah, dude, there's so many. we should do another one later, like talking about other conspiracy theories. There's so many.
But here's another thing. I will say this is pretty nifty. So is it Russia? No, but somewhere in the Antarctic, They found a boat, perfectly frozen, not perfectly, but torn and everything, but part of a giant boat, frozen, and together, and like all of a sudden, government gets involved. Not the U.S. government, but I think again, like I said, either German or Russian government get involved. And they're like, all right, nobody's ever allowed to climb past this point in the mountain anymore, because they believe that was the Ark.
The Ark.
The Ark.
Hmm.
And I was like, "Ooh, that's a good one." That I remember seeing that when I was younger.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wait a minute, why is nobody investigating this?" Like, little child me is like, "Why is nobody going out there? We need an answer."
You just pack like a metal detector on your backpack. You're like, "See you later, Mom. I'm going to explore.
I can make it, Dora. I'm Hispanic too."
You like look on a map, like, how far can Russia be anyway?
It's like 2-3 fingers away. I can make it.
You like getting a taxi? Where to, kid? Russia.
He humors me. He drives me there. He's like, "All right, kid, that'll be $20,000.
What?
I don't have any money. I'm a child.
I'm a literal child." You like,
oh,
that's so freaking funny. Oh man, yeah. Yeah, I heard. Flat earthers. They think that like if you stand up somewhere high, like across the ocean. Like, the main problem is like, why can't, if you can stand like at the edge of like New York on the coast, why can't you like look all the way over and see like Europe, if it's flat? You should be able to see the entire Earth. Mm-hmm. And they're like, and then, the obvious reason is because it's round, so it's on like the other side. But then flat earthers are like, no, well, you see, there's atmospheric haze that actually blocks you after a certain so many miles, so you can only see.
Yeah. Oh, in this documentary too, you can see it where they put themselves like 2 miles away, like once 2 miles away in a perfectly flat area. And they're like, okay, if the Earth does have a curvature to it, then they drilled a hole in a board 7 feet from the edge. And they were both going to stand, 2 miles apart holding it. And the plan was to shine a laser through one hole, and if it goes straight through the other hole, that means that it's flat. It's perfectly flat because both holes were drilled 7
and they're
feet
like
up.
Completely like parallel with each other.
Yeah.
Wait, that wouldn't make sense anyway, because like they still believe in like altitude and.
Like, well, it's supposed to be. They were at the same elevation on both sides.
Yeah.
But since they're at the same height,
so they
2 miles apart, there's still a 15-degree drift there. So, they do that, and in the experiment, they're like, hey, are you actually shining the laser through? And the guy's like, yeah. And so they started, putting more boards on top of the other one, eventually to where they got to 15 feet. So then the laser reached the top.
Yeah, right.
At the 15-foot mark, they're like, oh, shoot. Okay, so there's a little bit of we're just gonna blame it on a bad laser here.
Oh my God. Yeah, the light rays from the sun. The flat disc is spinning too fast and is throwing the laser out of control.
But yeah, dude, I wonder. Insane, I think it's called Behind the Curve on Netflix.
I actually might really watch that because I think flat earthers that's the craziest thing I've ever heard. I love hearing about them.
And if anything, it is a solid watch. Let me see if it's still on Netflix. Yes, it is. It's still on Netflix. Behind the Curve.
I will literally watch that. That is so freaking cool.
Yeah, you'll get a kick out of it. Oh,
I love seeing that guy. The all gas no brakes.
Oh,
have you seen him? I saw him go to a flat Earth convention. It's so cringy, dude.
No.
And the thing is, like, they like in the scientific community, like we might. The scientific community will butt heads sometimes and be like, well, no, actually, I think this is this about this. But, like, it's pretty unanimously proven that the Earth is round.
The Earth is pretty round.
But I heard with, like, flat earthers, like they will debate with themselves because they're just making up theories, and everyone has a different theory about like how exactly the earth is flat. Like there isn't like one single flat earth theory. There's like multiples. And it's just
you know what I'm actually surprised about. So like in that documentary, you see somebody spends $20,000 to buy that compass. I'm surprised none of them tried to buy a ticket with the billionaires going to space here recently to be like
to prove
see there is no curve. Like,
Dude,
be that person.
You can see the curve on like a like if you go up in like a fighter jet, like the high altitude jets, and you can like do that. Like
Heck,
you can pay a ticket to get into a fighter jet.
I have a feeling most of these people have never been on a plane, because even on a plane you can kind of see a little bit.
You can see like a little bit of curve.
But yeah. Oh boy.
Well, I think we can end it here.
Yeah, alrighty.
Thank you everybody for watching the episode 4 of the Skrraaa podcast.
The Skrraaa podcast. We don't know what we'll do next time.
Comment below your favorite conspiracy theory and the most plausible one that you believe in.
Yeah, and if we read it, we might agree or disagree with it.
We might acknowledge you.
We might. We're omnipotent beings. I have toilet paper of the day. I don't know if I used the word omnipotent correctly.
Omnipotent. All right. Bye, guys. Bye.